Greetings, everyone. My name is Barbara Coverson. I'm the program manager for Family Strengthening Families.
And my name is Joey Ford. I am the Family and Community Outreach Specialist for Family Strengthening Families.
And we are here today to share with you on our podcast. We are excited about our topic today. And we want to talk about how family gatherings have changed, especially post-COVID, and what are some things that we can do to be creative in our family or with our family gatherings, because they are important. And so just knowing that, Joy, on our time in the podcast today, let's just start out talking about one thing that has definitely changed since COVID kind of came in and interrupted everybody's lives. And we're operating in what we kind of sort of say a new normal is location and size, when we get together with our families.
Right. That is so true. So true. The location is a big, has more importance today than it did yesterday prior to COVID. With location, we have to think about, is it a large enough place? Mm-hmm. Is there enough ventilation?
Yes.
We have to think about, will everyone be comfortable?
Mm-hmm.
And then also with size, we have to also think about how many people will it be? Will it be small and intimate? Will it be your immediate family only, or your close friends only? Or are we going to look at having a large gathering of what we're all used to in the past, multiple families, I'll say, and not just at one or two households. So it has come to play, especially location again with virtual platforms.
Yes.
So trying to be safe and make sure everyone else is safe and stay safe, especially when you're looking at inviting outside of the people that you are more normally or regularly socializing with.
Right. Yeah. I was just, when you were talking and you was talking about locations and size, I was thinking about airplanes, because even that is different,
Right.
If you want to, travel, and maybe if you're having a family reunion or a larger gathering, whatever, or just maybe you haven't seen your parents in a while and you just want to, and they're older, just the enduring getting on an airplane. Exactly. It's like challenging just to fly on an airplane these days, with all these different opinions and things of that nature, and having to deal with different type personalities. You just have to even take extra steps doing that, like planning, how am I going to get to this gathering? I guess that's what I'm saying. How am I going to go? Am I going to go on an airplane? I'm going to train, and or I'm going to drive or whatever, it just takes getting more creative or being more creative these days,
especially trying to follow the guidances that's been put out there for everyone. Or even those that we put in place for our own selves, because each household is different as to what they're comfortable with doing now.
And some people are still just more vulnerable than others.
That's true.
And we just have to remember that and be considerate of those people, the elderly, people with illnesses that maybe their immune system is compromised. And so there are just things that we need to do to be that we have to consider.
Right.
And I guess that kind of morphed us into that second point we want to talk about, is that getting together with families now, we have to be more cautious.
Exactly.
And recognize how precious our time is with each other. So being more cautious and knowing that family gatherings are important,
Very, very much so.
Important.
Yes, which is another very important thing, because we know we've all gone or had seen more funerals in the
Mhm,
past
mhm.
couple of years than we've
Yeah,
seen. Some of us have seen in a lifetime or have
right.
heard of.
Mhm,
So now we want to that will continue on, but we want to make sure that we're cautious to make sure everyone is safe, make
mhm,
sure that we're all enjoying these times together, and
mhm,
that it is a different type of occasion that we're
mhm.
having, and
Right.
not those of
Mhm,
sorrow or sadness at all
mhm, mm.
times,
Right.
each
Yeah.
gathering. So,
Mhm,
and which goes into also being more precious and valuable,
mhm,
valuing the time that we're
mhm.
spending in that we get to cherish with each other. It
Right.
is, and I believe that the lack of the gatherings
Mhm,
the last 2 years makes even those of us who weren't so into wanting
mhm,
to gather as much with
mhm,
our families, made us even more wanting to gather even more
mhm.
and enjoy that time together. So it's
Yeah,
more
you
precious,
know
the
you
memories.
you're
Mhm.
saying you're saying something because I think pretty much everyone has been touched in some way or another by what has been happening, not just in the USA, but throughout the world for the last couple of years
Right.
with this pandemic. And so, yeah, we get to appreciate, we have an opportunity, if you're still here, to appreciate your family.
Hmm.
And even so, we laugh in my family. We do. I think other families do too. You have that one family member and you was like, oh, nobody, but even the one family
Yeah.
member that get on everybody's nerves, you just kind of
Yeah.
want to see him some a little bit
Exactly.
because we recognize that time is precious and valuable, and we shouldn't take each other for granted.
Exactly.
And I think that's one of the things that has happened in our society, for a while, is that we were just kind of going about everybody doing their own thing and taking each other for granted, like this is just going to always be, and somebody's always going to be there, and that's not the case.
Right.
So now what we have is an opportunity to what we can do, say, do a reboot or
Hmm.
restart, reset, refresh
Right.
in the family.
Right.
If we could do that and just begin to let our family members know how much we really appreciate them and being in the family and them, having them as a family member.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And, it goes a long way.
Mhm.
It goes a long way.
Mhm. Mhm.
Uh, Doing those things and
Mhm.
making that appreciation
Yeah.
known.
Mhm.
And I think it's even more prevalent now that we are doing it.
Mhm.
It's a good idea. That's
Yeah.
a good idea. I like what you said as well.
And I think that kind of takes us to our final point that we want to try to bring in, and that you know, getting together as a family is just necessary,
Very much.
especially if you want to put in place family traditions, things that will last long after you're gone. With your children and your children's children, or
Mhm.
your cousins, and all these things last long after the people that we have in our lives may be gone
Right.
on. And so when you have spent this time together with them, creating traditions and family memories,
Right.
that's what you have. And
Mhm.
that's why they are so important and necessary.
Mhm.
That's what I like to say. Family gatherings are necessary. You get to have an opportunity to spend time with your family members, and I whenever we have family reunions, there are other people I just don't know. I don't even know you're a family member. I don't know you're a relative, and
Yeah.
I find out, this one, oh yeah, this is your second cousin, or first cousin, and sometimes people even find, you know, um, another sister or brother come up in a family.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
all these things going on these days, so that you never knew about,
Mhm.
and so it's good to know when you have these times and these opportunities that you can come together and connect as a family.
Right.
And sometimes you have different things you can do. I think, Joy, you said something about music one day,
Oh yeah.
because you like to sing. She has a beautiful voice. She has a
Thank you.
beautiful voice. I'm not gonna put her on the spot, but she can sing, y'all. I hear sometimes she think I'm not listening. I'm listening, and I'm like, don't stop. I'm enjoying you. She has a wonderful voice. But yeah.
Yes, and that goes to make me think about connections
Mm-hmm.
too,
Yeah.
and creating those connections, knowing how you're connecting it, as far as in the families and things. These
Mm-hmm.
gatherings and family traditions will help us,
Mm-hmm.
and even the younger kids who
Mm-hmm.
missed out on that for
Mm-hmm.
these first few years, they'll start creating or understanding those connections within the family as well. But and back to what you were saying there, which is the reason why I brought up connections, because my connection to music started
Mm-hmm.
within or singing in my family.
Mm-hmm.
So especially at a young age with my
Mm-hmm.
grandmother,
Mm-hmm.
and she created those connections with each of us with singing
Mm-hmm.
just out. We were playing, we would play,
Mm-hmm.
but it was time she taught us to
Mm-hmm.
sing, and
Mm-hmm.
that was another way of socializing and getting to know and carrying on another tradition in our family, that
Mm-hmm.
every time we got together,
Mm-hmm.
whether it was family gathering or anytime outside of church or whatever, we were going to sing a song, and the entire family was just singing. It was another
Mm-hmm.
time to fellowship and enjoy each other. So that was a tradition as well as connection that we continue to share and carry on with our younger family members, and create that tradition that will continue to follow. So yes, you're right. Those are great things. Now, another thing I think would be family games,
Mm-hmm.
playing games, because we
Yeah.
mentioned earlier about
Mm-hmm.
virtual platforms.
Right.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah. We did that one year at Christmas when we could not get together. This was before the vaccines, and we just had a good time doing Family Feud. It was the Christmas. We had a Christmas thing, Christmas Family Feud, and man, we had a blast. It wasn't, we couldn't get together, but it was the next best thing, and we got to see each other's faces and pick at each other and laugh, and it was just a hilarious time that we had. And it was virtual, so yeah, you can get creative and still have family time together, and not miss out on that, being able to connect with your loved ones.
That's so important. And we just, I mean, and once you do get together, whether it's a virtual platform, social media, or however, or in person, although we're trying to be cautious and safe and things, we encourage everyone to enjoy each other and enjoy the moment. Take hold of that moment and we remember, we said it's precious. So, and it holds lots of value. So enjoy that moment with each other. So.
Yeah, Joy, y'all have me reminiscing real big right now, because I had when I was little, I had a great aunt, and she was like a busybody, and so my great grandparents raised me, and she was in the household, and what she did when you was talking about singing, that's how she got everybody to do their, at that time, you did chores. This is your responsibility. So when we finished eating, everybody had something to do. And so the way she would get us to do it, and everybody got to sing a song. So what's your song? And she might start off, she get started singing, and then you sing a song, what you like to sing? And before you know it, everybody took turns singing. And before you know it, we were done cleaning up. I mean, the dishes washed, mopped, the floors mopped, because we had to mop every day. We didn't get to, I don't know about any other household, but we every day, that was a part of something that everybody had to do. Everybody had something. And so we cleaned up the kitchen, everybody was ready. And man, we all did it together.
Awesome.
And I just think, and it kind of shows what you can do together and accomplish together as a family. And it was like doing your chores wasn't even laborers or whatever. We were having a good time, washing dishes, drying the dishes, putting them up. Somebody doing this, somebody dusting, somebody. It was all, and we just got stuff done. So those are things that you can do as a family, and you can get creative in what you're doing with your family, because your family may have its own little niche. You know, it could be in Joy's family, they like to sing. But you might have something else. Y'all, it might be something else that you all are good at.
Right.
And you might try that and use that to bring everybody together. And so you just got to kind of see what it is that works best for your family so you can have the time together with them. Don't miss out on that because you may live in regret, wishing that you would have spent some time with someone because you thought you had a long time and you didn't. Right. And so I'm just, as we look forward to this holiday coming up, I was talking to my sister earlier, and she, we haven't seen each other. She hadn't in a couple of months, and so she said, sometime next month I'm popping up. Oh. So I don't think that she's going to be able to make it for this holiday, but she's already got it on her list of things to do. So so we still like to be able to get together with our family members. Yes, indeed. And value them and cherish them as we should. Exactly. Well, anyway, so we wanted this to be kind of a help you refresh and restart moment with your family, get you to thinking of some things that you can do to bring your family together so you can be closer as a family unit, and remember those things and have those memories of having this awesome time, even with that one family member. Right. Even with that person, because like we still remember that person. Yes. So even with that one person, it can be something funny. We sometimes be under the shade tree. You have that one, and I'm almost trying not to say that one drunk uncle, but it had a little bit too much to drink, and then he gets started. So even with that one, you still remember him. And you still, you can laugh about it later, maybe not then, but you have that one family member, and that one family member is still needed, still necessary, still a part of the family. Did not stop being the drunk uncle just because he was right. He's still a family member. Exactly. So we have to make sure that we do treat them accordingly and let them know those things. Right. All right, Joey. Yeah. So you have anything else, Joey, before we end today?
Nothing but to just, again, enjoy your time together with your family. Stay safe, stay cautious, but enjoy each other. And again, be in the moment.
That was the word I was looking for, Joey. Be in the moment with your family. Yeah, don't just, okay, before we leave, just be in the moment. Okay, so this means if you're being in the moment, your mind can't be, okay, we're here right now, our office is here in Starksville. Right. So we're at the, okay, but your mind can't be in California. Right. Exactly. Being in the moment means like, if I'm in Starksville, I'm in Starksville. Being in the moment is, I can't have my mind over, over in Jackson or at the mall or at the hair shop or whatever, at the shoe shop. Right. My mind can't be there. Right. Being in the moment is, my mind is right here with my family in this moment. Exactly. At this time. And so they have my undivided attention. Right. We're going to enjoy each other. We're not going to be talking about, all this crazy stuff. We're going to enjoy this moment. Exactly. You get to make the most out of the moments that you have with your family. There you go. So being in the moment is, Joey, that was perfect. Okay, that got me started. So anyway, but we're going to end on that note and just encouraging you to continue to be in the moment with your family. Until next time, have a good one. Bye-bye.